in my Discord real quick to let people know that I'm here. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do this today. Groovy Town, Charlie Brown. Gonna put chat over there so I can kind of see it. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to the studio. I'm working on my Trashion show looks. So the first one I'm working on is this piece, which is made out of, where are they? This is like heat transfer label material. You can kind of see the negative on there. And it's been woven for a previous project that I took off. It's a bodice that I flipped backwards and upside down. So it looks like that now. I'm gonna scooch you back just a wee bit. There you go. And then I've been braiding a lot, weaving some, and then now on the front, I'm doing Venetian needle lace, or just needle lace in general, for these front panels. Then I'm going to move on to doing something with the sleeves, epaulettes, and then I'm going to work on the bottom. So I'm kind of fashioning this off of a tuxedo suit, sort of, but like dark and drippy. Think Unseelie Court in the Fae. So that's kind of the inspiration for this piece. This piece is natural. It's this one is called Cradle to Cradle. I'll go into more depth about this in the video that I'm making for these pieces. I'm going to work on this one after this today, because I've got a bunch of other pieces that I can now put on here. But I can't put this on here until this is off the mannequin. This is when I wish I had more than one mannequin. If anybody wants to sponsor me, you know. But I mean it. I do mean it for real. Okay, so, anywho, how is everyone doing? I'm doing fabulously. I cannot tell you how fun it's been working on these looks. It's been an absolute blast. Realizing I should have posted on Instagram that I was doing this, huh? And now, ouch, it is too late for that. Sorry, everybody. Maybe I'll put my scissors on this side, and anything else I might need on this side. That way I don't accidentally stumble upon you again. My apologies, my dears. I'm also gonna grab more coffee. I've gotta say, the hyper focus I've had on this project, immense. Immense. It's all I've been thinking about was like all three of these looks. So just so people kind of understand what I'm doing, the technique that I'm doing is kind of a mix between, I believe it's called Battenberg lace, or tape lace, and needle lace and Venetian needle lace. It's kind of a combination of all of the above being made out of trash. Trash that is over 10 years old and used to be a different trash fashion piece. Like, this is true reduce, reuse. I don't want to say recycle because I'm not really recycling it. I'm upcycling it. Reduce, reuse, refashion. Is that too on the nose? thing about all of these needle laces is that tension is key. If you don't have the right tension, then your knots won't look very good. Your twists won't look very good. You'll have weird gaps. But also, I'm not trying to be precise here. I'm allowing myself to be extremely organic, fluid. I want this to almost feel like it's made out of oil or shadow or, I don't know, tar. Dark energy. This piece and the piece that's over there, cradle to cradle, are like essentially mirror images of each other. Like different sides of the same coin, essentially. Hello, Angelica's a baddie. How are you? Welcome back. Let's trim those little fluffy bits. Okay, it's like I dropped a pin on the floor. And knowing me, I would have found it with my foot. Speaking of, I need to put my slippers on. My poor feet get so tired. I suppose I could be using a chair. Imagine that. Imagine me using a chair. Thank you so much. Yeah, sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses or contacts right now, so I might be squinting at the screen trying to see what you say, but thank you so much. I'm really, really, really pleased with how this is turning out. Like, I always hate saying this stuff because I don't want it to sound egotistical or like too prideful, but I do feel like this might be some of my best work yet. Like, I just don't know how else to say that. It's just how I feel. So every time I'm placing a pin, it's because I need a little bit more tension on the work. Because without that tension, I'm just not going to get the result I'm looking for. Come on. So I think I'm going to go back up and around and then down, and then I can fill in. Let's go into that gap. with the magic of television, I prepped some of these little bobbins of spun receipt tape last night when I got home. I was so tired, like I got home at like 1 a.m. I was so tired that I couldn't really do anything else, but I wasn't so tired that I could go to sleep right away. It's like, okay, well. Lots of energy in that cord. Oh, you're moving? Oh my goodness. Well, I hope I can keep you company while you pack. I have a love-hate relationship with moving, where I don't really like the act of moving, but I do like the act of unpacking and like getting a new space set up. No, obviously don't tell me where you're moving, but is it a far move or a more local move? Far. Oof. Well, may the move go smooth. Even though this is a messy material to work with, it is so worth it. It's such a cool texture and sheen. Like, it almost looks like jet or sometimes like wrought iron, but it's wild. Sometimes it looks like leather or latex or vinyl. It's cool. I still don't know what I'm wearing underneath this. I thought about my red, like my fancy red shirt. I think it would look really good with this. But I don't know what pants I would wear with that. I could wear black pants. But I just don't know. I just don't know. Really graphic, I could make like a white, I could wear a white undershirt. I have one. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Style, style, style. Someone suggested a nude shirt. And that's not a bad idea. I do have nude mesh. Ooh! Crikey. 16-hour road trip. Woohoo! Like, I hope you have fun, but also pace yourself. Ugh. Sorry, didn't mean to hit you. Swear I'm not violent. Most of the time. Also, I hope my fan and my air conditioner aren't too loud. But there's no way I can do that without them today. It is hot in this apartment. Like, not as hot as other parts of the country have gotten recently, or even parts of the world have gotten recently, but like, I have noticed a distinct shift in the temperature. And the humidity. I think that's the biggest shift I have noticed, particularly in my hair. Okay, let's grab the whole thing. Oh, yeah. Ick. Ick, ick, ick. Yeah, we've been in the, like, 80s and 90s recently. And the humidity has been, like, not below 50 or 60. I gotta say, I want to make more garments with this technique. Not with this material, because it's messy. But, with literally anything else. Cordage, yarn, embroidery floss. I would like to. I have other ideas too that I want to experiment with this technique. Okay. Turning a corner. Ugh, so grody. But again, it's worth it. It's freaking worth it. Whew. Look at this. Look. Look at this. Wow. Wow, this is so cool. And then look at how messy my fingers get. Too messy. Too messy. But we have fun here, don't we? Just got water on my face. Kind of felt good. Okay. I might need to spin a couple more pieces of this filament. Because I only have one more after this. I'm trying to save as many of those loose pieces as possible because I need to make the tails of this coat by braiding them. I also brought home from work some clear label tape background stuff. So that can fill out a little bit more of the material. I might try to incorporate some of this technique into the other piece as well. So there's a little bit more cohesion between those two looks. The Weeping Willow, shrug, I don't know. capturing that loose bit. Oh, there's another idea I have that I don't know if I want to say out loud, because it means I have to do it. And I don't know if I want to commit yet. Full disclosure. I have so many ideas that I want to accomplish, and it's like I just keep getting more and more and more, and I'm grateful for the ideas. Super, super grateful for the ideas. I just don't have a lot of time to execute these ideas. Especially because I have a tendency to overcomplicate things, and also I am prone to scope creep. Self-imposed scope creep. So, you know, I have no one to blame but myself. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need like 2 more of these pieces of cordage. Maybe. Also, I'm not trying to distort the shape that much, but it is the nature of this kind of stitch that it brings these in, which is why it's so important to like pin and have tension. In Venetian needle lace, you create a background using basting stitches. You're like pre-basting it. For this, I'm using pins and this tape, which is why it's more like tape lace. Or I think it is Battenberg lace. Battenberg lace. It's not Brandenburg lace, it's Battenberg lace, pretty sure. But yeah, so having this tension allows me to keep the shape and build a framework within here that isn't going to like completely cinch in. And then when I do this side, it will balance a little bit here. So, and I'm only going to do it back in here and then this like side area. I think that's supposed to be linked up there. I'll do a little bit of needle lace here. I don't know if I'm going to do anything in the back, but I would love to like even these out a little bit. So I think I might need to do something in the back. I don't know if I want to do that kind of needle lace. But something to fill in the gap. Yeah, I think that's the plan. The very, very loose plan. I feel like I should sit closer to the camera. That way you get a better view of what I'm working on. The real question is, will this last for this final motif? I think it will. Here we are at the end. We'll do this, and then the last stitch here. And now we weave in our end. I know a million people just shuddered when I said that. Weaving in ends, how dare I? Okay. I don't really need these ones anymore because the tension is being transferred from here to here. If I feel like I end up needing more tension, I can always add more pins. But the fewer pins, honestly, is my preference, because then I stab myself less. Ow. And the cord doesn't get caught as often. Sorry. Yeah, so this line comes in a little bit further than this one does. Whatever. It's fine. I think, wow. I think I did smaller cells on this side than on this side. But that's fine. Someone just scored a goal. I can hear it. My neighbors are very excited. I don't even know who's playing today. I probably should, but I don't. Oh, I keep hitting the camera. I'm so sorry. It's just like a little mini earthquake, you know? Okay. Okay, so I need to make... I think 2 more full-length cords to finish up this bit and this bit. Like... There we go. So this is a drop spindle, by the way, that I use when I want to spin yarn this way. But also, it's a great tool for adding twist to this receipt or label tape. I'm gonna have to give it a really good wash though after this. It is so grungy. Not gonna lie, this kind of looks like something that they would wear in House of the Dragon. Like, a little bit. So we'll store this one. I'm letting some of the extra twist out. Otherwise, it causes problems. Hello again, welcome back. Okay. Changing where some of these pins are, because I keep stabbing myself. I'm pretty sure I've already bled on all of these projects, so. Hey, Mitchie! Thank you so much. Yes, watching the football. I am not watching the football, but I heard my neighbors cheer earlier, so thanks for dropping by at least. I know I can't really compete with the World Cup here. Oh, geez. England or Norway. Oh my gosh, what a game. I don't know who I would root for, because I'm very Norwegian. Mostly Danish. Yesterday, I had a woman think that I was Arabic after being confused when I said I wasn't Spanish. So, you know. Technically, I could cheer for whoever I want, just based on that. Yeah, we're gonna do low. Oh, I hear an ice cream truck. I love that I made one and then I set it down. Where did I put it? I guess we'll hydrate. Did I already use both? That seems insane. But I am not seeing the one that I literally just made. Ah, there it is. Yeesh! If it were a snake, it would try to bite me. But it tweren't. I think it's just time to go back and forth. I do think I'm going to need to make one more piece of cord. I don't know if it'll finish up that little bit after I finish this bit. go. I'm gonna have to use the littlest amount, I'm sure. I don't think this, maybe, I don't know. I know I just had like 17 thoughts all at once. It's just the way it is with these kinds of projects where it's just stream of consciousness. It's like, am I gonna have enough? I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna need, just the barest of minimum more cordage. But like, I can't really make that go all the way. It's fine, it's fine. Did I hear another goal? Or was that an exclamation of sadness? England scored. Okay, so they are rooting for Norway, apparently. Because it sounded like, oh. But maybe not. Maybe not. Ah! No! My fingers are so grody. I'll show you after this. I might have to go wash them in just a second. I think I'm gonna wait to do the sleeves until I know what I'm doing with the tails of this suit coat, tuxedo coat. See how much of this material I have left after that, and then we'll make decisions for the sleeve caps. because I have lots of choices, lots of ideas. All of them very interesting and sculptural. A dust jacket. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. What the heck? Really only need probably this much. And there we go. Hey, how are you, Abe? Good to see you. Trying to stay cool. Working a lot? Me too. Yeah. I recently just got promoted at work, so that's a good thing. Very, very exciting, but I also have been extremely busy. Just in case I want to use it up here somewhere. If not, I can cut it off later. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. I'm gonna mute you. Hello, I'm back. I have returned. Okay. So, how do I want to do this? Because I want y'all to be able to see. Let's move some boxes of crap. Ooh, that's not a box of crap. That's a exciting thing that I can't really talk about yet. Well, I can. It's my piece for the article that I wrote for Weft magazine. But I can't show it yet. But it's back. I received it. I need to finish doing an edit today on that. And a diagram. I just remembered. Woo! That's stable enough, I say. Okay, so you can kind of see here what I've got going on. So it's a braid where I took 9 strands of that receipt tape stuff, transfer tape, whatever, and I then folded that in half, braided it in groups of 6, 3 groups of 6, right? Is that 8 times, no, 6 times 3 is 18. Okay. Ugh, my brain. So what I want to do is I want to mimic that on this side, and then back here where the boob cups used to be and are now butt cups, I want to take one down this way to create that, like, almost like a beetle wing shape, and like I want it to be very much like a tuxedo jacket with tails, essentially. Whoa, congratulations, Abe. Pretty much always have work with that. Also, I cut myself somehow and I don't know how. Owie, owie, owie. I also realize I can take out these pins now. I mean, I don't want to jinx ya, but being a notary public is, as far as I understand it, a surefire way to stay employed. Goodness gracious, how many pins did I use? A lot. The answer is a lot, y'all. Okay, some of these pins will come back into play down here at the hem, because what I want to do is braid these directly onto the fabric, as opposed to what I've already done, which is braided the thing off the mannequin, and I'm going to have to attach it. But for the other ones, I think I can just loop through the end here and braid. So that does mean, so look at this bag of clear stuff. This is label backing paper, and by paper I mean plastic. I'm going to braid these with the other pieces. So I'm very, very intrigued to see how that'll look. It should add like a little bit more of an etherealness. It's also, as you can hear, way more sturdy than the other stuff. It's got more grist. So, let's just pull all this out again. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm gonna try to get these to line up as much as possible. People with headphones on are either gonna love this process or hate this process. I apologize. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud and crinkly. Okay, I lied. I don't know if I can fit. I'm not going to force that through there. That is thick. So I am going to braid these off to the side and then place them. Where is my plan? There it is. Also, do we want to see the mossy epaulettes that I'm making for that piece? There's the moss on one, and here's the moss on the other. Ooh. And then I'm using a bunch of my old hyperbolic crochet pieces to also add some foliage. So we're adding it all to that other piece. That one, in contrast to this one, is going to be really loose and just overflowing with death and life. This one is just like extinction, basically. Extinction event is the inspiration, I guess, as dark as that is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, What? Didn't I do 9? 9 times 2 is 18, divided by 3 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I pulled too many in the other one. Abraham. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I missing 1? Because I have an extra in that one? Okay. Woo! So the most important thing about these braids is they have to be tight. So this clear stuff is looking a lot like silver when it's braided in this way. Interesting. Mitchie, what's happening? What's happening in the game? I'm hearing stuff. Okay. So now I am going to clip off that one. So I have 6 and 12, so I need to choose 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wait. Come back. Come back, wait. Ah! Okay. This is wild. Oh. I feel like I'm going to need to add some details of that in here somehow. And I'm not sure quite how I want to do that. How fun. Okay, so this one gets split. One, two, one, two, one, two. What happened, Mitchie? I've got like an early warning system here. That did not sound very happy. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was more than a grumble. Well, congratulations, Mitchie, if you were rooting for England, which I would assume you were, but congratulations to your sports team. Okay, what do we think? Should it be all black, or do we like the addition of the clear tape? You like the white and black? Yeah. I believe I do too. So I feel like I should redo this one with the white and black so it all matches, but then I am going to need to come in with this clear white, silver, black combo and bring some detail into here. That way it's not such a stark contrast from bodice to the skirt portion. Although I do think maybe I could use multiple, do some that are all black and some that are the mix. Yes, we are sharing the brain. Why not alternate black and white? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So let's do another all black one for this so we can combine our tails together. And then we'll do another combo one here, see how much we have left, and then start filling in the other spots. I may do needle lace with just the clear in between all of it to mesh it together. Okay, let's braid. One. No, I lost my clamp. There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because I do have a finite amount of this tape. Because I no longer work for this company, as it was 10 years ago. Soothing, soothing tea. Nice. Yeah, I'll have a cuppa. Maybe some shortbread, if you've got it. How are you? You're all good. It's good to see you. I hope you are surviving. Nah. No, come back. B-U-double-G. Oh, bug. Ah. Ah. Oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. Better than booger. Aww. I am glad to bring you some entertainment. Getting called out in chat. Someone has to. Someone has to keep us all honest. I know, it's exactly what it feels like. Yeah, some of, like, especially on the front up here, it looks a lot like a very crudely made fisherman's net, but using similar knots. I also feel a little bit like a spider. Oh, playable grannies would be great. Choose your fighter. Well, you know, I'm going to take you down. I've got my dentures in and my brass knuckles on. I know. I will say, guess what came in, y'all? Yeah, for real. I know, especially because you don't have AC like we do here. This is gonna be a bad summer. My home state of Colorado is currently on fire, like everywhere, including right near my grandma. So my mom's been down there, like, keeping an eye on things and making sure that if we need to extract her, we can, but it seems like the fire is getting contained at least. But oof. Scary and stressful. Aww. Well, next time I'm out there, it'll probably be this winter. Maybe I'll try to have another live stream with her or something. We'll work in her studio. Yeah, I love working in my mom's studio. Not quite in the way that I think that you mean it. Um, However, like, we always talk about our ideas together. But funny you should mention that because I've got a bunch of these cut up canvases that she sent me from paintings she didn't like or something didn't work out, and I am gonna do something with them. Yeah, I almost did something with those canvases for this project, but it's not quite working out mentally for me, and I don't want to force it. So, okay, what are our 2 longest pieces? Yeah. For real. Okay. Thank you. I'm really, really happy with how this is turning out. Like, I've just let it flow. You know? Like, I'm just letting whatever it wants to be, that's what I'm letting it be. Like, I don't know if I want to do that yet. Creating these random wisps. Okay. Kind of thinking I should pop that stitch so it's less boob cuppy and more, I don't know. I don't want it to look like I'm trying to enhance my assets, you know? Not like that's a bad thing, I just don't think it's necessary for this look. Okay. Better. Much better. Yeah, for real. I don't think I shall be doing that. of unweaving a little bit. It's fine, it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, we'll just like do a blanket stitch or something around this. Are we talking about his Batman days? Because, you know, I'm sure that was a decision that they made. That's the thing, is I do want these to be spaced out better. So I'm wondering if I should do some twining up there. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of braids. Like side project, make a bunch of braids. I'm going to leave this top where it is right now, and then I'm going to switch to that one a little bit and start getting that one a little bit more built out. Because this one I'm very, very happy with where it is, and if I needed to just wear it as this top, I could. But I'm going to move on, mostly because this is very time consuming and I'm kind of tired of doing it. And my hands are gross. So, let's do an unpinning. And then I'm going to try this on as the top. It'll be my first try on of it. How exciting. Okay, let's unclip. Finding all the pins. Yep, there's another one that I did not see. Okay, first of all, okay. It like, this is a thing. So I'm gonna have a lace-up panel right here. So this will be open. This is cool. It is not comfortable, but it is cool. Okay. Ooh! Ooh. Ish. Ish. Okay. So now... Oh, Lord. Look at how dirty she is. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna grab a towel with some rubbing alcohol and scrub this off of her. Okay, honestly, a little surprised that worked. You ever have an idea that you're like, well, it won't ruin it, but like, I don't know if it'll fix it. And hey, it is mostly coming up. This feels highly inappropriate to be doing on a live stream on YouTube. But listen, we're professionals here. Okay. I'm gonna hang this up for now. This is too cool. Too freaking cool. Wow. Quite the commentary on trash. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this show. It's right up my alley. Hold on. I'm putting my materials away on the first project. I will say my apartment is absolutely trashed right now because of this project. And I've just kind of not felt like doing anything. I've been very tired. But what can I say? The creative spirit has moved me. So I've kind of ignored the rest of my life and have been working on this. It is July 18th. So, soon. Literally a week from today. Shit, saying that out loud, I'll be fine. I'm almost done with everything. Okay, so let's try this one for you. Try this on for you. So here's this piece so far. This one is called Cradle to Cradle, which is a sustainability concept of a circular manufacturing process or a circular system. And for this piece, what I'd like to do is get my mossy bits on in here. So on the shoulders, we're adding moss. And then I might do some actual like moss embroidery. So I've been working on some epaulettes that will go as at the base here and here and over here. This is the second one, the progress on it, which is not super close. I've just been doing this at lunch. But I think now it's high time to like move it and groove in, you know? You know? I'm gonna remove those pins because I keep stabbing myself. And there's very little that I can pin on this project. So this piece is made out of grocery shopping bags, the brown, and an old bed sheet that my sister sent me a few years ago. I used some of it to make a mock-up of a shirt, and I've used the rest of it as the bones. And similar to the other piece, I've braided the bones into a rib cage framework. And of course, the logs cover most of them, but it gave me a place to stitch the logs onto, or the bark onto. The interior of the logs are made from a piece, well, multiple pieces, of an old pair of slacks that had some moth holes in them. So that's what we're doing on that. Yeah, if you look on the inside, it's just a rib cage. Okay. So, keeping in mind that these mossy bits are gonna go in the center here, on this side and on this side, I don't need to put any of the crochet on the center, because these are gonna get placed on top. For a very good reason. And I haven't really talked about that yet. I should. I should talk about it, but I haven't. Okay, so I have a number of these pieces of hyperbolic crochet and some green crochet thread. Beans has absconded with one of the pieces, I believe. She's allowed to do it. She's allowed. I do have a larger piece somewhere. And where did I put that? Did I put it back in here? I think I did. It's just not the right color scheme for it. And It's a little large. It's like too large, but like, yeah, it looks like a brain, like more like a brain coral. Like, could, you know, just, I don't think it fits anywhere. It does not, it looks more like a coral reef than leaves and foliage. So if I were to do another project like this, maybe I'll make an entire coral reef. Like Davy Jones's locker thing. So. Oh, I should also give you the inspiration of this piece. This piece is inspired by what's called a nursery log, which is when a very large, usually old growth tree falls in a forest. It clears a little bit of the canopy and it opens up the floor of the forest wherever it fell to more sunlight. And so you get this boost of detritivores and stuff feeding on the log, and then a boost of growth on that log because there's light and there's fuel from the decay. And I think that's really cool. This isn't the same material, so we're not going to use it. Beans! There, have a new toy. Yeah. What, baby? What? Yeah. Yeah? Let's get those in place first. And then let's add some vines, I believe. I think that's next. Ooh, I should have put that away better. Bean! Meow! What you doing? What you doing? Do you hear her? Oh, will I be putting some fungi on here? I sure will. Meow. Hi. The cat tax. Do you want to wave hi? Say hi. Hello. go. Okay. What thread to use? This doesn't need to be a very secure attachment. Oh boy. What do I want to do? Let's bring out that green. And Beans, I know you can't read, so I should say, chat loves you. She knows. She knows. Let's bring out my new weapon, which is a bloody upholstery needle. Not actually bloody yet. But I'd be lying if I said that this project hasn't already shed blood, made me shed blood. Because it definitely did. It's a bloody needle, alright. And more of me doing awful British accents. Sorry, Mitchie. I think I'm honor bound to always do a bad British accent. I'd say like my Irish hasn't been too bad with Fionn. I feel like I did a relatively good posh accent with Elios. Oh, I'm kind of sad, but also happy. We'll be auctioning this piece off at a silent auction for this fundraising gala. And I'm sad because I love it. I do love it already. But then, you know, someone else can love it, and that's beautiful. And it's raising money for a good cause, so even better. Okay. So true, we do. It keeps us all young at heart, you know? All those YouTube comments I get that say, so what are you going to do with these? It's both this, the hyperbolic crochet stuff, and the Venetian needle lace sleeves. People are like, what are you going to do with that? And first of all, it's art. You don't have to do anything with anything. But now I can point to this live stream and be like, well, this is what I'm doing with it. Making wearable art out of mostly garbage or textile waste, which is essentially garbage. True. Ugh. Tell me that doesn't look like some mossy foliage just spilling out of the top of this log. Tell me. Tell me how you do that thing. The thing that makes me rush, you say. Yeah, thank you, Bug. I wanted this to be pretty colorful. Once I get like the greenery on here, because man, those bones and that wood is drab, drab, drab. And I want this to be like both alive and dead. So like that requires some life. You know? You know? And I'm gonna have my model wear all black underneath this. So the focus is really just this piece. Because this is technically what I would consider my show piece. But then I started making the other one. And I think that one might be my show piece. It's the one that I'm wearing, at least. So, for what it's worth. Okay, yeah, I still want to be able to judge that. Okay. Next thing that I want to do, I do have, oh, where did I put that? Oh, the studio's such a mess, and I really need to clean it. Because what I need is buried here somewhere deep. I'm a fool for doing this. Oh, here's the foam I wanted. Where's the thing that I made? Hello? Hello? Well, I had made a mushroom, and I have since lost this mushroom. Oh, Benjamin, why are you like this? Well, I know why. Okay. Look at this cute little mushroom I made. Isn't it cute? So now I want to figure out like what kind of mushrooms are going where. And then oh. Another mushroom I want to make, but it's gonna require doing some maybe dangerous, stupid stuff. I keep picking up these caps. Also, sorry, I know my nails look bad. It's because of this project. I want to flip these inside out to create mushroom caps. And then I took some wick trimmings from work that will be the stalks on some of these. So I think that will be also really interesting. A smaller, more clear type of mushroom. And then I also want to create shelf mushrooms. I have this foam here that I think I'm gonna cut out some shapes, and then I'm gonna cover them in some fabric. Yeah, I'm gonna cover them in some fabric and sew through this to create the shelf mushrooms. And I don't know which side I want to put the shelf mushrooms on. Probably this side so it balances the weight of this left side. So yes, wood ear. There's lots of different kinds of bracket mushrooms. of those. Oh, ow. I've pulled out all of my fabric scraps for this project. Oh, that's specific for another project. Well, it's for this project, but... It's gonna get dark in here. Turn that gray. Look at that fabric. Ooh, I forgot about you. I like that print. A lot of this is stuff that I got for my fashion show that ended up not happening because of COVID. I like that one. Do you like these? There's that pretty green wool. Oh. Legit felt. That's good to know. Oh, that's fun for maybe underneath. What a fun game this is. It's like, what's in the bag, precious? Hello. Sorry. Hi. Hello. Welcome back. Isn't this pretty? This is one of my own textiles that I got printed on a faux suede. It's just branches that I've mirrored. Alas. A project that shall never be. Okay. Let's start by cutting the mushrooms. And I'm gonna allow myself to be generous with the sizing. And unlike the piece that I made for Emmy, I'm gonna make a lot of these because I'm not embroidering these. I hand embroidered all the ones I made for Emmy, and while I'm happy I did it, that would take me forever to do. So I'm not gonna. 7. Eight. 9. 10. I'm back again. Yeah, outfit stream. Hi. Yes. Hello. Hi. I exist. I'm here. Hello. So I have my foam bits. I think I do want to go in on this side. The other option is up the spine. Like, but I don't want to cover up more of the spine. Like, here I can do, you know? Yes, and then, what color do I make these? I was thinking brown, like a darker brown, because we already have a lot of this mid-tone brown. I have some of this. I do have access to like a blackish gray from some linen pants that I ripped. It would be this like dark charcoal gray. I think I'm gonna go with this one. A, it allows me to use up this scrap. And B, I think it just works better in the color. Can I? I can't get all of them out of this. That's a good question. I do think I know how I want to do the gills, though, which is strips of white fabric that I wrap around in a radial pattern on the foam backing, stitch that down, and then I can cut the pattern piece that I need for the top and whip stitch that around. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do that. I'm not sold on this brown yet. I'll need to think about it, but I think I'm gonna actually call it here because I've almost been streaming for 4 hours. And I'm hungry. I should move those somewhere where I won't lose them. But hey, thank you all. What a blast this has been. I will be posting a video about this trash fashion show after the trash fashion show. So sometime in late July, I'm gonna hopefully have a video up of the concepts and the working on of all these projects. So yeah. I know you haven't seen this one worked on yet. It'll happen. So yeah, it's not gonna be very long to work on that one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and you aren't already, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up and a subscribe. If you want to follow me on socials, there should be links in the description box, pretty sure. And you can keep up with the progress of these over on my Instagram. That's where I've been posting most often. And then I've been trying to do more shorts here. So I'm doing my best. Teehee. Love you all so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And I hope you have a